Hello, my name is Chris Campbell, and I welcome you to another edition of 15 News. Summertime is the right time as it relates to music in Southfield. And area music lovers were recently treated to a musical potpourri of presentations and musical ensembles and live music presentations by way of the Rhythms and Rhymes Festival, which recently took place on the front lawn of the Southfield Municipal Campus. Organized and curated by jazz flautist Alexander Zonjic, the event, which is in its second year, featured an interesting blend of local and national artists across a wide range of musical styles such as R&B, jazz, blues, and gospel. The artists played despite temperatures spiking to nearly 100 degrees. To keep up with various festivals and musical events presented by Alexander Zonjic, visit zonjic.com. For more information related to recreational events at the City of Southfield, visit cityofsouthfield.com. The Southfield Parks and Garden Club recently sponsored its 13th annual Garden Walk. The event is designed to showcase several of the city's finest gardens in the Southfield Garden subdivision located at 10 Mile and Lincoln Roads. Curb appeal has long been a priority of city leadership, and the Garden Walk goes a long way towards promoting that.
One of the reasons we do the Garden Walk every year is we are promoting curb appeal. We're promoting the city as a whole and its beautiful neighborhoods, but we are encouraging curb appeal. And in preparation for this Garden Walk this year in Southfield Gardens, but also every other year, even the homes that aren't on the Garden Walk, the showcase houses, other people get out there. They know that this is the weekend where their neighborhood needs to shine. So we've, it's sort of infectious in a good way that people step it up. They want their neighborhood to look good, and we appreciate that.
The Garden Walk also provides another opportunity for residents to showcase their Southfield pride, which involves landscaping their yards to the point where it becomes a beautiful work of art.
First of all, you can tell. First of all, the first thing that makes a beautiful yard is that when you look at it, you can tell that people have put an effort forward to make it beautiful. So we got nicely cut grass, if there's grass. You have nicely cut shrubbery, if there's shrubbery. You have flowers, you have color. You have attention, you have lots of different things. And a garden art, not always, because we have deer, and sometimes the deer damage our flowers and our landscapes. We've learned to put in garden art, so we'll see garden art as well in the gardens.
Residents see numerous benefits to the Garden Walk, the most prominent among them being that it creates a sense of camaraderie. A synergy built around the premise of working together to make the city look even more attractive.
I enjoy the peacefulness. I enjoy the camaraderie, because you can tell that neighbors play off each other. If one neighbor takes care of their yard, then the next neighbor's more likely to take care of theirs, and then the next and the next. And it becomes a community thing, and it's a group effort that is appreciated.
To learn more about the Southfield Parks and Garden Club or its signature Garden Walk event, visit southfieldparksandgarden.org. Family fun was the theme of a recent weekend in the city as the Southfield Community Festival returned to Hope United Methodist Church. The festival featured classic carnival games, food trucks, and live entertainment and dancing. Organizers were pleased to see the event once again make its home in Southfield.
We're so excited to launch the 9th annual Southfield Community Festival. This has been one of the hallmark events that we have in the Southfield area. We're so pleased that we have an opportunity to bring in all of our neighbors, family, and friends to this great family-centric event where we have people from all ages that are able to come on the rides for the little ones, all the way up to the thrill seekers on our bigger rides. So we're just so excited that we can offer this fun, safe environment for the entire family to enjoy.
To learn more about events presented at Hope United Methodist Church, visit hopeumc.org. One of the signature hallmarks here in Southfield during the summertime is the Kimmie-Horn Jazz Festival, which this year is slated to happen August 9th and 10th, right here on the City of Southfield Municipal Campus front lawn. Now with us here at the Cable 15 studios is the woman herself, Kimmie Horn. Now tell us a little bit about this year's festival, the lineup, and some of the special things that will be going on this year.
Absolutely. This year we are so excited to be able to bring in 10 amazing performers. I mean, starting like with Gwen and Charles Scales. We have Calvin Brooks that is coming all the way from Las Vegas. This is his hometown, but he's coming back here after so many years in performing. We have 496 West Band that's performing, Eric Watson guitarist, and Ralph Armstrong, as you know, Ralph Armstrong. And it's just gonna be Ben Sharkey, Dave Bennett, so many of our great performers that a lot of them are originally from Detroit, so it's nice for them to come right in and enjoy a lot of music with us.
Now tell us about this. There's a Jazzy Roll bike cruise.
The Jazzy Roll Bike Cruise is a new feature that we added to the Kimmie-Horn Jazz Festival weekend, and it truly is just a Jazzy Roll bike cruise. And what it is that we have bike riders, we have teamed up with the Southfield Cruisers, and we created the name Jazzy Roll because it's all about jazzing up your bikes, jazzing up your outfit, and coming out. It's a family ride for everybody, and please, it is a cruise. It's not a real fast bike ride, but it is something that the whole family can enjoy. And that is going to happen Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, August the 10th.
So you've got the musical basis covered, you've got
Yes.
the health and wellness basis covered.
Absolutely.
What's one major takeaway that you want attendees to glean from this year's festival?
You know, my big theme for this year, last year was family affair, and it still is a family affair, but this year we're really structuring everything around love. I mean, you know, it's all about love for the music, it's love for community, and it's love for people. As a matter of fact, we have a mascot this year, and it's a big red heart. And that heart is going to be going throughout the festival and making sure that we just touch everybody with love. They can take pictures with the heart, and that's the biggest thing that I want people to leave with. Not only music, not only the food truck vendors, along with the spirits truck. I mean, in the city of Southfield, the beautiful atmosphere that they provide. This is our 4th annual Jazz Festival. I'm truly proud of that. But to be able to bring everybody together in a free event for something like that, I mean, it truly is a blessing, and I'm so honored to be able to provide this platform and foundation to invite artists, to invite community, and to invite family and to have a great time.
Now, in addition to you curating this event and actually creating a platform for these artists to perform,
Yes.
you perform as well. So
Yes.
what can we expect to see and hear during a Kimmie Horn performance at this year's festival?
You know, this, again, back to the love theme, I decided to grab onto songs that have love intertwined in the lyrics. It's so important to me. You know, we created a Sister in Song segment, and that's one of my personal favorite segments, because what it is, I created an opportunity for 2 women to get together and we collaborate. You know, the first year it was myself and Gwen Fox, vocalist. The second year it was myself and Kimberly Wright of Straight Ahead. This year it's going to be myself and Gwen Scales. So, you know, it's just coming together on stage, it's collaborating in song. And what my show is going to offer is, of course, with 3 wonderful background singers. My brother is there. We have Peanut Smith, as the musical director. And we're just going to have a fabulous time with inviting so many different musical artists and songs in for my segment.
All right, so you heard it here first. Check out the Kimmie Horn Jazz Festival happening on the Southfield Municipal Campus front lawn, August the 9th and the 10th, and catch a perfect mingling of music, vibe, and ambiance. You should be there.
After a long hiring process and multiple worthy candidates, Southfield has chosen a new police chief. Chief Elvin Barron was sworn in at a recent ceremony held at Southfield's municipal campus, where he was given the chance to properly introduce himself.
Very excited to be a member of the Southfield Police Department and a member of the Southfield community. As you know, I've served 21 years with the Detroit Police Department, where I oversaw the largest segment of the department. the 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, 11th precincts, and also our Metropolitan Division. So I have extensive knowledge and background in tactics and community engagement. And I tend to use those same capabilities in the city of Southfield.
Hired for his experience with the Detroit Police Department, in addition to his record of excellent community engagement, Barron was welcomed with open arms from city officials and his colleagues.
Right away, coming into this organization, I knew it was very important that I did not wait till today to start building relationships with those officers. In fact, I went on numerous ride-alongs, both on the midnight shift, the afternoon shift, and the day shift. I rode with officers Watson, Martinez, and Walker. We shared meaningful conversations. They showed me areas of the city where I need to be concerned with. They introduced me to numerous business owners. As we were out on police runs, I had the opportunity to take those few moments to introduce myself to the community. So I thank those officers and all of the officers and men and women of the Southfield Police Department for your acceptance of my leadership. Thank you. My first 30 to 90 days will be an observation phase, where I look at how the organization is currently running and then be able to make some adjustments if need be. With the community, our elected officials, I intend to be very strong in community policing, forming lines of communication, and not just normal lines, but open lines. I want the community to have access to me. I want them to feel comfortable talking to me, and I intend on being at all of the community relations meetings.
It's been a long 10-month process. I'd like to thank Acting Chiefs Bassett and Lucia for their leadership. We're excited to get to this day and a new day for Southfield.
The ceremony included remarks from Southfield Council President Lloyd Cruz, City Administrator Fred Zorn, Congresswoman Brenda Lawrence, City Clerk Sharika Hawkins performing the swearing-in portion, a national anthem performance from Minister and Chaplain Rosemary Allen, and special recognition from Barron's former boss, Detroit Chief of Police James Craig.
So I will tell you, what you're getting is a consummate professional, someone who's committed to public service. He understands and recognizes the value of the cops. As we always say around the Detroit Police Department, cops count, leadership matters. And I know that Chief Barron will continue to carry that throughout his tenure here in the Southfield Police Department.
For more information about Chief Elvin Barron or the Southfield Police Department, go to cityofsouthfield.com. This is Sarah Himes reporting for 15 News.
Southfield's Eat to the Beat Lunchtime Concert Series has returned to the city for the summer and once again provides great music and a rotating selection of tasty cuisine provided by area restaurants and food trucks at City Center Plaza. Sponsored in partnership with the City Center Advisory Board, this year's lineup features an eclectic mix of music and artists including All Directions, Kathleen Murray, and Theo Gridiron Spy, and are presented every second Thursday of the month. As expected, the series has once again created excitement among the business community.
So the Eat to the Beat program that Southfield puts on is a wonderful program, been going on for a little while and something that should really continue in the city. It brings a lot of the companies out. It's walkable for some folks, drivable for others, and like I was saying, it's just a great opportunity to get out of your office, take a walk, or just take a break, enjoy some unique food, some great company, and a good band.
For more information, call the Southfield Parks and Recreation Department at area code 248-796-4620. Well, that does it for this edition of 15 News. To keep track of us on social media, you can go to YouTube, Southfield Multimedia Services, and Facebook, the same, Southfield Multimedia Services. For 15 News, my name is Chris Campbell. We'll see you next time.
my family had arrived down to Florida. I graduated from Florida A&M in December of '01, and my mother came down. She looked at my face and she said, "What's wrong with your face?" And my mom and I, we play a lot. So I said, "Mom, what's wrong with your face?" And she said, "No, really, your eyebrows, nose, and ears was turning the color of the inside of your hand." The dermatologist, when I walked in, when she looked at me, she said, "You have discoid lupus." I had never heard of lupus a day in my life. She knew. She just knew just like that. And so she took a skin biopsy, and that's, at the time, I thought it was the most inhumane thing, where she cut a piece of skin from my eyebrow and put it in a vial. And she said, "Well, let's see if you have it eternally as well." So she did the blood work, and February 4th, 2002, I got the phone call that I had tested positive for discoid lupus of the skin and systemic lupus of the blood. And I never forget it. You know, some things you just never forget, and I forget a lot. But, you know, just the process and how you felt. When I was on the table and she was doing the biopsy, a single tear fell out of my eye, and she said, the doctor said, "What's wrong?" I just couldn't articulate, you know, what I wanted to say. She said, "This is a lot, isn't it?" I said, "Yes, ma'am, it's a lot," because no one ever tells you to prepare for a chronic illness. They say, you know, do your work, get good grades, you know, mind your manners, respect your elders, but no one ever says that you may have a chronic illness. So, I wasn't really fearful when I was diagnosed. I just kind of wanted to, okay, well, let's see what this does. Where does it take us? So that February, I lost 30 pounds in 28 days. The lupus rash continued to be more prevalent on my face. So I was given a topical steroid to kind of, you know, rub on my face and all that good stuff. So my color did come back. My knuckles had swollen just so large. Of course, I couldn't put in any jewelry or anything like that, and the fatigue was overwhelming. So when I started to feel healthy, I went to a Bible study. I love a good Bible study. And the pastor asked, if tomorrow was your last day on this earth, what would you do? So I thought about it. I hemmed and hawed to myself, and I said, you know what? I would travel the world. So it was a Wednesday night. I went home and Googled flight attendant. So found out that Northwest Airlink was having an open house, search for flight attendants the very next day, that Thursday. So long story short, within a week, I was a flight attendant. Because I said, if lupus is going to get me, I was going to be in Hawaii. I was going to be in the Eiffel Tower, you know, Aruba, somewhere, just having a good time if lupus really wanted me that badly. And I noticed with my flares, each one gets a little worse. And I remember my mother came down for one Thanksgiving, and I remember just driving, and she was just looking at me because the lupus rash had returned. You know, my cheeks. And the reason why they call it the butterfly rash is because the butterfly's wings are your cheeks, and the body of the butterfly, which is also white, is your nose. But things just started getting worse. I mean, at one point, I would go to my restroom in my house, like commando style, on my belly, because I'm tired. I'm so tired, I'm so weak, but I don't want to say uncle. You know, I don't want to go home, because if I go home, that's going to mean I failed, you know, that kind of thing. And so I just kept at it. In December of 2008, I went to the rheumatologist. You know, he did blood work, did the whole urinalysis bit. And when I visited him, he patted me on my back and told me good luck. He said there was nothing else he can do for me. So I told my mother that, and she began to cry. And she said, "Sharon, just come home. Just come home." This was in December, so by my birthday of 2009, I was back at home. Our mission is to make Lupus Warriors in Michigan as comfortable as possible. We also offer, Lupus Detroit was created so we can pretty much give away money. So, we have an emergency financial grant that Lupus Warriors in Michigan can apply for that can pay medication, pay doctor's bills, pay, as I mentioned earlier, the mortgage and the rent. Because no Lupus Warrior should feel like they have to decide between putting food on the table and paying their rent. That just makes me so sad. So that's the premise that Lupus Detroit was founded on. Lupus Detroit is a necessity because I've heard the feedback about how people are just so happy that there is a lupus organization in the city, that awards scholarships, that awards emergency financial grants, someone that they can call on and speak with. We also offer monthly support group meetings every fourth Saturday. So we're making an impact. I'm really grateful.
Hi, my name is Sharon, and I have lupus. I've shared my story, now you share yours.